Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm excited to dive into a topic today that I know resonates with a lot of you: resistance in manifesting. Now, resistance is something we all face at some point on our manifestation journey. And today, we're not just going to talk about it, we're going to break it down, understand it, and learn how to work with it rather than against it. Trust me, by the end of this video, you'll be empowered to manifest through resistance, fear, and doubt like never before. And you'll realize that you don't need to be 100% resistance-free to start seeing your desires come to life. First, let's take a moment to talk about what resistance actually is. Resistance is that feeling you get when you start affirming or visualizing your desires, and something inside you pushes back. Maybe it feels like doubt, fear, or even anxiety. Maybe your mind starts questioning whether it's really possible, or you start worrying about all the things that could go wrong. Resistance is essentially your subconscious mind trying to hold on to old beliefs that no longer serve you. Think about it this way: when you're affirming something new, like money flows to me effortlessly, but deep down, you've always believed that money is hard to come by, your subconscious mind will resist. It's like a tug of war between the new belief you're trying to install and the old belief that's been ingrained for years. Your mind doesn't like change. It's designed to keep you comfortable, even if that comfort means staying in the same place. Now, here's the thing most people don't realize. Resistance is actually a good sign. It means you're making progress. If you weren't challenging your old beliefs, there wouldn't be any resistance. When you start to feel that pushback, it's proof that you're introducing a new narrative to your subconscious mind, and it's fighting to hold on to the old story. This is a natural part of the transformation process. Don't let it discourage you. Instead, see it as a signal that you're on the right track. Here's a great analogy. Imagine you're trying to drive a car up a steep hill. At first, the car struggles to move forward. It's hard, there's resistance, and it feels like the car is fighting against gravity. But once you keep pressing on the gas, eventually, you'll reach the top of the hill, and from there, it's smooth sailing. That's how resistance works. At first, it feels like an uphill battle, but the more you push through, the easier it gets. So now that we know what resistance is, let's talk about how to manifest with it. Too often, we get caught up in thinking that we need to eliminate all resistance before we can manifest. But here's the truth. You don't need to wait for resistance to disappear before you start manifesting. You can manifest with resistance. In fact, many of the things I've manifested in my life came during times when I was still feeling a lot of resistance. The key is to affirm through the resistance. What does that mean? It means that even when those doubts and fears creep in, even when your mind is telling you that it's not possible, you continue to affirm your new story. You continue to affirm your desires as if they are already yours. Over time, the resistance will weaken. Think of it like training a muscle. The more you affirm, the stronger that muscle becomes, and the less power resistance has over you. Let's dive deeper into why resistance can feel so intense, especially in the beginning. When you start affirming something new like, "I am worthy of love," or "I am financially abundant," you're essentially creating new neural pathways in your brain. The old neural pathways, the ones that have been running the show for years, don't want to go down without a fight. They're like, "Wait a minute, we've been here for years. We're comfortable with the belief that money is hard to come by. Why are you trying to change things?" This is why you feel resistance. It's your brain trying to hold on to the familiar. It doesn't like the unknown, even if the unknown is better for you. But the more you affirm the new belief, the stronger that new neural pathway becomes, and eventually, the old pathway weakens and fades away. Now, I want to introduce you to a powerful technique that can help ease the intensity of resistance. Askfirmations. Askfirmations are essentially affirmations turned into questions. For example, instead of affirming, "I make $10,000 a month," you would ask, "Why do I make $10,000 a month?" This may seem like a small change, but it makes a huge difference because it tricks the mind into looking for an answer. Your brain loves to answer questions, so when you ask an askfirmation, it starts searching for evidence to support the belief. Here are some examples of askfirmations you can use to bypass resistance. Why do I easily attract wealth into my life? Why do I deserve unconditional love? Why is everything always working out in my favor? These questions are gentle yet powerful. They invite your subconscious mind to accept the new belief without putting up as much of a fight. Even if askfirmations aren't your thing, you can still affirm through the fear and doubt. I've had moments in my manifestation journey where I felt like my affirmations were falling on deaf ears. The fear and doubt were so loud that it felt like my affirmations weren't doing anything. But here's the thing. Fear and doubt are just illusions. They only have as much power as you give them. The more you focus on your affirmations, the less power those fears and doubts have. One thing I've learned is that you don't have to feel 100% confident for your affirmations to work. Even if you're affirming, "I am abundant," and a part of you still feels doubt, keep affirming. The more you affirm, the more your mind starts to accept the new story, and eventually the doubt fades. It's not about being perfect, it's about being consistent. This is a big one. Too many people think they have to wait until all the resistance is gone before they can start manifesting. But let me tell you right now, you don't have to wait. You can start manifesting right now, even with resistance. The truth is, resistance doesn't mean you're doing something wrong. It just means you're growing. The more you affirm, the more you're rewriting your story, and the more resistance will naturally dissolve over time. Think of it this way. When you're working out and your muscles are sore, you don't stop working out. You keep going because you know that the soreness means your muscles are getting stronger. It's the same with resistance. Don't stop affirming just because it feels uncomfortable. Keep going, and soon that discomfort will turn into strength. Here's the beautiful thing about resistance. It's actually a sign of progress. When you start to feel resistance, it means you're moving out of your comfort zone. It means you're breaking free from old patterns and stepping into a new version of yourself. So instead of fearing resistance, embrace it. See it as a sign that you're on the right path. Now let me share with you a truth that most people don't talk about. Manifesting through resistance is incredibly powerful. Why? Because when you manifest despite the doubts and fears, you're proving to yourself that you're unstoppable. You're telling the universe, "I'm going after what I want, no matter what." And that kind of determination is magnetic. The universe will respond to that energy, and your desires will come to you faster than you think. And here's the best part. Once your desire manifests, all the resistance disappears. Think about it. When you finally get that promotion, or when the money flows into your bank account, all those doubts and fears suddenly vanish. You're no longer worried about whether or not it's possible, because it's already happened. So don't let resistance stop you from moving forward. Keep affirming, keep focusing on your desires, and know that once your manifestation shows up, the resistance will be a distant memory. So my final advice to you is this. Don't let resistance hold you back. Embrace it, push through it, and keep affirming your desires, no matter how uncomfortable it feels. The more you affirm, the stronger your new beliefs become, and the more the old beliefs fade away. You have the power to create the life you want, even with resistance. So keep going, keep affirming, and soon, you'll be living your dream life.